And then I think we can just go for it.
Okay.
So we have two things that we have to do. And I think the one that we have to record is the Sprint 2 review.
Right, and the other one we don't have to worry about, right? Or I mean, it doesn't require a recording per se, I guess.
Yeah, that one we don't have to record on. We can, yeah.
Okay.
So our deliverable for this sprint meeting is a burn down chart, daily scrum evidence, and then our retrospective notes.
Okay. So let's see. I didn't do the burn down chart for this. What was it last week? I just said forget it because
Yeah.
an email said turn it in.
Right.
So I am out of practice. If there's no, for lack of better way of saying it.
Yeah, I understand. So I kind of started on it. I turned it in kind of half-heartedly, but that was because I mostly couldn't find a lot of information on the specific burn down chart that they gave us. Because it kept telling me about like how to make all these graphs off of your burn down chart, but it didn't actually like
How to do it, right?
how to fill in the data.
Yeah. I had the same issue.
Yeah. So, but let's find. Sorry, you're seeing all my things. I forget
No,
about
you're
that.
okay. You're okay.
Flipping through all these screens. But if we go the Excel graph that we have beforehand, that Tom sent us, we should have all of our days, and we should be able to calculate velocity and things like that from there, I believe.
Okay. I'm glad you understand.
So, kind of review.
Well, I thought freaking Vaughn, man, what happened with that?
Right? Like he just disappeared.
Man, that was like he didn't even give a. That was wow. I was like, Vaughn, what the heck, man? See ya, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. That was definitely strange. But oh gosh. But yeah, actually Tom mentioned that he might have to drop the class too, just so you're aware.
Oh, really?
He is moving from like California to Utah, and so he's struggling with staying caught up.
Dang.
But so yeah, it might just end up being the two of us.
Dang it. Okay.
All right. So what I have so far, these days are supposed to fit into these burn down days here. From what I understand.
Okay.
And so we need to. Does it have an equation in there? Yeah, it does. Okay, so we need, or how much are supposed to get done each day, I think, is what it's going to be.
Was that the minutes thing?
I don't know. What I understood is that we start like, I don't know. Yeah, kind of like minutes. I think how many minutes of work we're gonna get done on each day, or like how many of these numbers we're gonna get done on day one.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because they're spread out, right?
Right. Yeah. Because so we'll start with like registration period, and we'll get so many of those days, those things done at once. So
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of explaining this.
this chart you did on the left is something you just put together now, right? Or did you copy it?
On the left is actually the one that
Oh,
we were supposed to turn in for our
right.
assignment.
Okay.
So I just deleted everything it had in there. And it only goes to 20 days for a project. Our project goes to 89 days. So
We'll have to adjust, I guess.
yeah.
Okay.
Now here. Oh. Let me. Are we here? 80. There we go.
So I'm trying to.
So we have a full 89 days. And so we just need to plan how much we're going to get done each day.
How do we? Well, okay. So how do I figure that out? How do I? You know what I mean? What do we?
Yeah. Right now charts. Okay. So we need an issues log to manage tasks. So I think we should keep with the number of tasks we currently have.
Yeah.
Start date, end date, work days. So I think each task is given a specific number of effort. Like for sponsors, it'll say take us 10 efforts or whatever. And if we get sponsors done in 13 days, then we should be getting 1.3 efforts done every day if we were to like spread it out evenly.
Okay.
Does that make a little bit of sense?
A little bit. So you just kind of. And that's where you're reading this 2.2, right?
Yeah. Yeah, where did I pull that off of? Yeah. Work days. Each day that can be worked. Ideal remaining effort. So the ideal amount of task time that should be remaining for a given work day. Yeah, it calls it effort.
Okay.
So let's start. Ooh.
So our story is each line that we've written down, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So now we need to assign how much effort it's going to take to do each of these.
And we, like you said, we take that out of the day. So we figured it took 13 days to do it completely.
So I honestly don't know how they decide how much. I don't think it matters how much effort it is. It's just that you get it done.
So 28 and 27. I was just wondering that, like, do they divide something like 24 hours into a day, dividing into, but it doesn't look like that, right?
I don't know. Yeah, like where are they deciding where these numbers come from? Graphing. We don't need a graph. We just figure this out. Okay. How many days we have?
So take the man days and add it to high priority task, assigned task column.
Uh, so, let's see. Man days, work days, efficiency factor, number of developers, start date. So we know our start date and our end date. Work days is 89. Man days is the total number of man days available. So how many days of work times the number of developers, which is each person that's working on it. So if there are, okay, so from what I understand from man days, is that in total we have 89 work days, and then the number of developers, so the number of people on the team. And right now we have 3. So it would be the 89 times 3 is the number of days that we have for man days.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think so. So total times man hours, or people working, right?
Yeah. How many man hours we have over the next 89 days?
So that's 267.
Yeah.
But okay, but how do you figure man hours? Okay, so you're just literally taking 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. And breaking them down. But we can even divide that by how many days, how much we're actually working.
Okay. That's on work days, right? Yeah. So if we say we work 8 hours, so we take that 267 and divide it by 8.
Uh-huh. So we have about 33.375.
Yep.
So
33.4 hours. Or 33 and a half, I guess, right?
Yeah. Of actual days that we can work. So each of us basically only works 11 days.
Let's see. So, well, we figured.
Oh, because we're not counting hours in the day. We're just counting days. So if we were only work 6 days a week, let's see.
Is that 89? We're taking 89 into. Is that what we're saying?
3. Okay. So what I think it would be is instead, like, say we have weekends off, because we're just labeling them by days and not how many hours necessarily.
Okay.
Because we want a day-by-day thing. So overall, if we worked every day, it'd be 267
days.
But where if those are split up
between 3 of us,
between the 3 of us, that means that each of us works 89 days. I don't know how to factor in weekends, or if we need to, I guess. Because I guess work days are just days of the week, right?
Yeah, like it said work days. It took 20 divided by 5 working days, right? Gives me 4 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So we got 33 working days each, right?
Yeah.
For
But overall,
5 days.
together, if we don't say that any of these days are weekends right here, and we just keep working straight through, like we just start over on Monday and we don't count the weekend as a day of 0, then I think we still have 267 days between the 3 of us.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
That we're not counting 89 days as 89 days plus weekends. It's just 89 days of work days.
Okay.
So the amount of time that is available for actually working on tasks. I don't know how to find an efficiency factor. So measure your team's productivity. Oh, this one doesn't have one, so I'm not too worried on that end. So I think our main issue so far is to figure out how to deal with effort.
Effective ideal remaining effort should equal effective man days, right? So in this spreadsheet on the left, are we just supposed to input velocity, ideal velocity, actual velocity, and then it's supposed to does it output for us? Is that the way that if we hadn't have deleted anything, would it have?
No, we have to put it in, and then from the numbers we put in, we have to find the ideal velocity and then actual velocity.
Okay.
So I think we just, so far, we need to make a planned 89 days for our triathlon. What we're going to do in the next 89 days with each of us working, how much we're going to get done each day. Which I'm a little confused by, because I feel like you should just always give as much as you can.
Right,
but I guess it helps you stay on track.
So in this case, do you just say, okay, we're committing to 6 hours a day? I mean, because if you think about it, like for triathlon, that's quite a bit of hours that you're going to, you know what I mean? I don't think physically you could do that 6 hours a day, do you?
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know if they're counting them. They're not, I don't know if they're quantifying these burn down days as hours necessarily. So at the end, we want our balance. So we have 267 basically to divvy up throughout this whole thing. Because as we like put numbers in, it subtracts from that, and that's how many days we have left. So I think that you should try for a steady pace of working, right? 20, but that would just be 3 over and over and over, right?
Right.
The 89 times 3 is.
Sorry, it was.
Brings it all the way down.
So 89 times 3, you said?
Yeah.
Is the 267, right?
Yeah. See, and then if we brought this all the way down, that would bring us at an endpoint of 0.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay.
And so that's what we want. But most days you don't work the same amount every single day. Just to plan how much we're going to work, but I don't know how you decide how to plan how much to work.
So, okay, sorry. But this spreadsheet already had the formula, so you just added planned days, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So if we just randomly skip around and say, I'm going to work 1 here, 6, 2, right?
Just put random numbers in.
It would eventually equate to 0, correct?
Yeah, as long as we have the right number down here, we could just throw random numbers in. I'd be okay with that. Like 6, and then keep it kind of near 3 because
Yeah.
that's what we have.
And probably even skip a few, leave 3 like 4 or 5 times, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like just changing those, go all the way to the bottom and see where 0 like it's supposed to be. Now see where
right,
negative.
Yeah. So, and then in this next row, that's when we decide how much we actually got done.
Oh, okay.
So, like we got 2 done that day. So that means that we planned on being at, actually I want this to be 267. We planned on being at only having 261, but since we got done less than we thought, we're really at 265 now.
Okay, so the next day we actually had to work what? Probably 5 hours or 4 hours to make up for.
Yeah, to catch up. And I think that's what these charts do is they track what you wanted it to be and then how it actually came down.
Okay.
And this chart actually, I mean, if this is linear the way it is, I would think that the amount of effort you're putting in every day would be equal, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just going down in a straight line. So, like, say it wants you to do three days of work and then 3 days of work and then 3 days. That's what your ideal thing would be.
So then you change the plan all back to 3.
Yeah,
right?
And then you just put in what your actual payment.
Okay. And that will actually tell us if we're off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This is making more sense. A little bit, kind of.
Yeah.
So like 6, 2, 5, 1, 0. So yeah, here we're only off by 1 at that point.
Okay.
We're ahead, actually. Okay.
That's because we worked more. So, if you put, okay, I think I follow you too. So we just gotta put numbers in for that column, right?
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if they want us to go all the way through since we haven't entirely finished our project. This is the wrong deliverable. It's this one. So a burn down chart. We kind of decide what ours is. Just putting in random numbers now. Like 411. Whoops. So then.
So we got to fill out notes, right? So if we don't do it all the way down, we should be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I say we just go to 25 right there.
Okay.
Seem a little ahead of schedule. That seems a little too good to be true.
Well, that's the basis of this whole make-believe project anyway, right?
It's all too good to be true. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, heck, I'll send in a picture. I'm a fat guy. You think I'm really going to run a triathlon or a marathon or whatever? No.
Right. Okay, so our ideal velocity is getting 3 things done a day, right?
Okay.
3 days of work done. Our actual velocity so far is, let's see, 197 divided by 25 days.
197 divided by 25 days.
Oh, no, because that's how much we have left. How much have we actually done? So we have 267 minus 197. And then divide that by 25 days. So far, 2.8. Yep, 2.8. And our forecasted completion so far is a few days behind because we're still. How many days are we behind?
5?
I don't know what total number of days to complete. So 25, 89 minus 25. And then add another 25. Okay. 69. 69 more days till we are complete. If we add on those extra 5 days, right?
Okay.
Or is it planned days minus actual days?
I think it's well, I don't know. You're asking.
Let's go with 5.
So, okay.
No, total number of days to complete. I think it just wants those other days. Okay, so 267 minus 197. So 70. So I think it's asking how many, from this number right here, how many more of these days will it take to complete your project? And so we're at how many of these man-hour days?
So 192?
Yes. 192. Okay. Well.
Yeah, because that's our, oh no, it'd be 197, right? Because our actual we're 5 days behind, so our actual time to complete.
Oh yeah, there's 197 days left. Forecasted, yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
That looks good.
I'm with you, but I'm not with you, so.
No, I get you. It's just kind of, I feel like I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't feel like I get it enough to really feel confident in my answer, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
now we need.
Sorry, you go.
I was going to say a stand-up meeting.
Yeah.
Doesn't this count as oh, I guess it doesn't, right? Because we've got a stand-up is basically what's holding us back, what's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So our stand-up is the 3 questions. Like, what do you need? What's holding you back? And what's your goal for this week?
Okay, so we got to do a note for that. So we can stop recording this, right?
Yeah. I think so. Let's read that again. Oh, don't X it out. Okay, good. I think I just got out of that again. Dang it. I think that we need both.
I thought it said notes, just notes.
Just notes from this part?
It said stand-up meeting, and it said notes or something.
Okay.
The sprint, yeah.
Oh, right there. Right in front of my face. Let's see.
Yeah, see number 2?
I think we need... Yeah.
Do you think we need a video?
Let's see. One sprint...
Because what other evidence could it be?
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't encourage bullet points or PowerPoints. So, maybe we need one for each. Oh gosh, I forgot it does that. We need a video for each part.
I guess. So you have to start again?
Do it one more time. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. Daily Scrum evidence / notes, aka stand-up meeting.
Well,
I say just notes.
This is part of our sprint, is making this burn down chart. And a daily Scrum is kind of different than this overall Scrum review that we're doing.
Yeah, I just say stop recording live, and then we just turn in notes for a stand-up meeting.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. We will stop this broadcast.